Thank you very much. Uh, Now, if you think that women have got challenges, I've got a big challenge now talking after such great speakers and the panel. So, yeah, please bear with me. I've got the opportunity to discuss the adjudication process, but I want to reflect a bit on what inspired me to accept the honor of being part of the adjudication process as well. And I ask a question for myself is, why do we celebrate successes? Why do we celebrate the successes of the women? The invitation of the nominations stated the aims of the awards as being to acknowledge, to recognize, and to celebrate the contribution of women and what the contributions were that they have been making in engineering and the built environment. The nominations, what we did is we went through them and we developed a short list. Those of the people that have not came up to the short list were by no means less impressive than the ones that actually made the short list. But just being nominated showed that you've made an impression on someone. It showed that someone has seen your efforts that you are making towards creating solutions. Someone has seen the difference that you are making in the profession and the industry. Someone has seen your passion for the profession. Some of the words that jumped out of the document when I looked at it were excellence, impact, most promising, innovation, commitment. And what we looked at is the care for the environment, skills transfer, leadership, impact, and the influence in the profession. The one word that I wanted to highlight, it's mentioned there, and I want to highlight that, and I've seen that in the submissions, in the people, is that of passion. None of this can be done without really being passionate about your work. If you're not passionate about your work, you don't want to get up in the morning, you don't want to go to work, you don't want to do something new. And this was visible throughout. And some of the things that I would want to highlight from the submissions, things that have been said at company level, at Most Promising Women, is things like candidate leaded a number of projects. The candidate was involved in training of younger engineers. The candidate will mentor and coach graduates to ensure seamless integration into the workplace. Some of the younger engineers and the built environment professionals saying the willingness to influence. And it's words that I see that have been talking about that seems to be lacking, but I don't see that it's really lacking. It's just a question of making sure and enforcing that. Played a pivotal role in setting up the candidate's proactive work, the first woman that did this or that. By having an award ceremony like this, one tends to say that you've got winners in certain categories. And I want to say, but if you've got a winner, it implies that there's a loser. There were no losers. The only thing is that the adjudication panel merely identified which of the women in their respective fields they wanted to honor specifically for what they've done. A lot of the other work that I've done have been incredible, but it's one or two of the women that the panel then said, we want to make sure that we honor those women. We had just finished a month of August where we celebrated women, and it's evident from the nominations that these successes were not only in August. It's year in, year out. It's ongoing. And as was said by the program director, we lift our hats to them. I want to end off with the Weeby theme. And I want to say to all the ladies in the room, keep on creating solutions. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kim Battle. I'm the Acting Executive Dean for the Faculty of Engineering, And with me I have Ms. Hanley Nell, former Vice Dean of the Faculty of Engineering, the Built Environment, and ex officio director. And we're both just so proud to be standing here to announce the winners. This is such an inspirational event for me personally and for the faculty to be a part of it. And so we're both really happy to be a part of it. If I can just read a bit of an overview of the awards. The nominations for the 2013 annual University of Johannesburg Group 5 Excellence in Engineering and Technology Awards competition were solicited in the month of July. The purpose of the competition is to acknowledge, recognize, and celebrate the contribution that women in engineering and the built environment sectors are making in our country, South Africa. The competition criteria consist of two dimensions, namely technical contribution and personal attributes. Excellence is sought in the industry and academic areas, each with 3 categories. And these categories, and they can be nominations in 6 categories, but the categories are, in terms of industry, excellence at sector level, excellence at company level, the most promising young woman or engineer or built environment professional. Categories in academia include excellence in research for researchers, excellence in teaching for educators, and excellence in community engagement. So it's our pleasure to announce the awards. Hanley will be announcing the names, and then we'll be reading a short excerpt around the winner. I believe all of you should now have the booklet in front of you. Oh, it will be distributed later, I'm being told.
In the category Excellence at Company Level, our first finalist is Renee Hedderwick from Sasol. Our second finalist in the category Excellence at Company Level is Gugu Nkobo from Eskom. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, Excellence at Company Level for the 2013 Weeby Awards, Ms. Ntabiseng Mpheko from Eskom.
If I could read something about our winner. Ntaba Sang is a registered professional engineer with 8 years of experience in the energy industry, being ESCOM. She has worked on various power plant refurbishment projects, gaining a wealth of experience as a control and instrumentation engineer. That goes, I think, to your question earlier about the civil engineers. Ntaba Sang is passionate about engineering, skills transfer, youth development, and leadership. She's been coaching and mentoring graduate engineers on a daily basis since she completed her graduate training. She is currently the lead discipline engineer on a power plant controls and instrumentation refurbishment project. She is a voluntary member of a professional team of women that will be working with the Department of Public Works to identify possibilities to improve education and professionalism in the country. She provides career guidance to scholars in her hometown and assists matric students with tertiary and bursary applications. Can we give her another round of applause and well done.
A final round of applause for our finalists and winners, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Our next category for the 2013 WEBE Excellence Awards is the most promising young woman engineer in the country. Our first finalist in this category, Ms. Ayesha Osman from CM Solutions. Our second finalist in this category, a lady that WEBE knows well, Nahima Kassani from Transnet. Our third finalist in this category, Ms. Catherine Gill from Arup. Okay, Ms. Catherine Gill couldn't make it. She sent her apologies. Oh, she's overseas. Okay. The next finalist, Ms. Wiebke Toussaint from Hatch Africa.
And I'd like to announce the winner of this category, Most Promising Young Woman Engineer, and that's Wiebke Toussaint. And if I could also just read a bit about her. She says she's a thrill seeker. Risk, responsibility, and complexity draw me to problems. Diversity keeps me interested. People are my motivation. Unwillingly, my life has started to etch out 3 distinct passions over the past 10 years. Energy and enlightenment, education and empowerment, exploration and endurance. Energy and enlightenment drive my working life. Energy management is a field that engineers are only adopting begrudgingly. Continuous rethinking, restructuring, and challenging are necessary to achieve gradual acceptance. I'm delighted when a change in engineering perspective turns an onerous task into an exciting sustainability problem. The desire to spread education and empowerment is driving me to continuously explore new highways for Engineers Without Borders South Africa, a nonprofit company that I founded at the beginning of 2013. Empowerment is about little things. Building bridges between students and professionals, graduates and retirees, rural experience and urban realities, global expertise and local passion. My free moments are marked by exploration and endurance, from Arctic tundra to turquoise Turkish beaches, through mountain ranges over the Himalayan peaks, past Kashmiri Pashmina vendors, through the Sahara Desert to troubled Timbuktu. My journey has taken me on paths less traveled, by bike, by foot, by truck, in crowded bus, on a dusty road. I know that pushing on is the only way to go. Thinking, innovator, creator, explorer, adventurist, energy engineer, call me what you wish. My speciality remains to make things happen.
So maybe just, if I get a second, I'll use this as a promotional moment for Engineers Without Borders, because that was my main reason for wanting to stand here. I've got a vision, I've got a dream, and I think the best way to tell about it is in terms of a story. I envision a place in South Africa where, as a young matriculant, leaving your rural hometown in a province of South Africa, knowing you're going to go to university to study engineering, seeing a city that is looking a bit daunting, not knowing who your friends are going to be, but having a group of people, fellow Engineers Without Borders students, who can show you the way. So in your first year, when you come to university, you attend a course on human-centered design. You broaden your perspective, widen your thinking, and you start seeing that there's a different way to doing design than what you're necessarily being taught at university. You attend some events and you become better at what you do. In the second year, you then become a project volunteer. As part of the volunteering experience, you'll get the opportunity to get mentorship at a company in South Africa, giving you a little bit more insight into what this engineering thing is really about. Come third year, you've now getting specialized project management training that we're providing, and you're getting to hone in on your leadership skills, but by managing a team of 5 or 6 people, again, going back to a company, getting mentorship for the project you're doing. And finally, come fourth year, you're now equipped to present a project that you know people in your hometown need, be it solar power, be it a water pump, be it a vegetable garden, be it construction of a little footbridge. You motivate your own team. We as Engineers Without Borders provide you with the resources, both human and financial, to do it. And we send you off into the world and do it. And ultimately, one person can't make anything happen. And I think Engineers Without Borders will only work if students, companies, and corporates come together to say, we care about South Africa, we care about the engineering industry, and as engineers, we really are ultimately the ones that can make a difference. So if you're keen to get involved with Engineers Without Borders, please come find me afterwards, and there's definitely a spot for you.
Ladies and gentlemen, while our finalists leave the stage, we were amiss in asking Ms. Ntabi Singh Mpeko to say something. Ntabi Singh, on the spot, lady, please come and talk to us.
Hello everyone. Here I thought I had dodged a bullet and the reality comes back. I'd like to take this moment to thank God for His grace and blessing, because only He would have known about this moment, because He's the only one who knows what tomorrow holds. And I'd like to thank the WEBE program, Group 5 and UJ for promoting and believing in gender equality and women empowerment, because that is the reason why we gathered here, and the promotion is giving us motivation as women, and you know that you're making a difference and you can do more. And with that as well, I'd like to thank my employer, Eskom, for giving me the opportunity and the platform to grow and develop as an engineer and a professional woman. Last but not least, I would like to thank my nominator, who spoke up, because the issue with us people is we sometimes don't stand up and speak with what we believe. So I would like to thank him. He's here with us, Yuvil Prophet, for taking the time and the chance to nominate me in recognition of the contribution I'm making in the company and to the development of young people. And all in all, thank you for this moment. I feel honored. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have 2 more categories left, and those 2 categories recognize excellence in academia. The first category being excellence in research. And the winner in this category for the 2013 Weeby Awards is Ms. Mira Joseph from the University of Johannesburg.
If I could read something about Mira, I'm quite happy who's gotten this award. Mira K. Joseph is a senior lecturer at the Department of Electrical and Electronic Engineering Technology and a researcher at the University of Johannesburg. She has over 13 years lecturing experience. She is a professional member of the Computer Society of South Africa and a member of the IEEE Computer Society. Her research interest is mainly in information computer technology 4D, with special focus on women empowerment. She was actively involved in Weeby. She's been the recipient of the South African NRF RISA Award recently, and her publications based on qualitative research include 14 international conference publications, many book chapters, including Springer, a very prestigious publisher, many non-accredited publications, and 1 A-rated journal publication. She had just submitted her doctoral thesis in the field of ICT for women's development. Can we congratulate Mira Joseph?
Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you to UJ and Group 5. And about that, I would like to thank the nominees here, the Director of Women Engineering. And I would like to thank the enabling conditions that UJ provided and the enabling infrastructure that UJ provided. I think without that, the research could not be done. And NRF provided me the opportunities as well. Without the funding and without the infrastructure and without the conditions, I don't think research could be done. Thanks a lot.
Final category for this year's Excellence Awards is the category Excellence in Teaching in Academia. And the award goes to the winner, Ms. Teresa Hatton from the University of the Witwatersrand.
if I could read something about Teresa. And I must say, I've had the privilege of working with both of our winners in the academic category. I worked with Teresa at WITS some years ago, and I couldn't be prouder to see her as winner today. Teresa Hatting is a WITS Mechanical Engineering graduate. She graduated with a master's degree in shock waves and started her career in the project engineering environment involved with the design of a ferrochrome plant. She then moved into a career at Afrox. It was here that her interest and experience in industrial engineering began. Teresa spent several years at Afrox, involved in maintenance, production, the feasibility study for a new filling plant, and subsequently got involved in logistics and the supply chain of gas cylinders. She then returned to her alma mater to start her teaching career in the Department of Industrial Engineering. She currently teaches industrial engineering design and operations management. She also supervises a number of honors and master's students in a myriad of topics, from the application of industrial engineering in the maintenance and mining environment to education, the textile industry, and the supply of fresh produce. Let's congratulate Teresa again. That closes the awards and also the end of our very nice day. And when I was thinking about coming and having to do a closing, there came to mind something I wanted to quote. And earlier on, my colleague, Mapefu, actually started this quote from Marianne Williamson. So if you don't mind, I'd like to read it to you. And it's especially dedicated to the finalists and winners of this evening's competition, and also to the people who helped make this such a special event. Marianne Williamson wrote this in a book called A Return to Love, Reflections on the Principles of A Course in Miracles, and it is many times misquoted as coming from former President Mandela, because I think he did use some of these lines. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You are a child of God. Your playing small does not serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We are all meant to shine as children do. We were born to manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it is in everyone. And as we let our light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence liberates others. So on that note, I'd like to congratulate again all of the finalists and winners.